Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at another fun generation themed team in the Classic Master League. Today we are traveling to the Hoenn region, so we'll only be using Pokemon from Generation 3. And since we are, what better Pokemon to use than the Weather Trio? So on the lead, we are going to have Mudshot, Groudon, Kyogre as our safe switch to bait out any opposing Dialga, and in the back, the leader of the Weather Trio, we are going to have Rayquaza. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and let's take a look at the Hoenn team in action. Alright, hopping into the first match, and pretty decent lead here, we have Groudon into Dragon Tail Garchomp. They throw right away at the Sand Tomb, so I don't have to shield this, but unfortunately it will lower my defense, and we're going to fire back with this Earthquake, which will be doing a nice amount of damage. The Earthquake lands, and I'm going to switch into the Kyogre to check if they have Dialga in the back. And they actually stay in. They throw the Sand Tomb to lower my defense, and they go down. And now they bring in an Excadrill into a Kyogre. So I'm starting to think that the reason they stayed in was they have no good response to Kyogre in the back. Since my defense is lowered, I am going to need to start shielding here, but we can safely waterfall all the way down. All we'll have to do is just commit that second shield. So if they brought in Excadrill, maybe Groudon in the back? And it is Groudon in the back, so it looks like a triple ground team. Very cool team. We'll get the shield with the Surf, and now it's Rayquaza time. And these Dragon Tails from Rayquaza hit so hard, and every move from Groudon is going to be resisted. Whether they throw the Earthquake or the Fire Punch, they are not going to be able to do nearly enough damage. Rayquaza is going to be able to Dragon Tail all the way down, leave with the Outrage, and Rayquaza closing strong, able to connect with this Outrage. Or maybe not. Looks like there's a bunch of lag there. You love to see it. Come on. There we go. Connecting with the Outrage, and that is a good game. Alright, hopping into the next match. We have Groudon into Dialga, amazing lead, but unfortunately a bit of a rough safe switch, as my team doesn't have a great response to a Mewtwo on the safe switch. I am going to be shielding this up. It was the Ice Beam, so good shield there, and now I'm going to decide to bait the Fire Punch, hoping to get the shield back. But the opponent had a very nice read and opts to not shield there, so at this point things are looking very rough for me as I'm down shields. We are going to be able to waterfall down, which is nice, but since we don't have Blizzard, we can only really threaten this Dialga with Surfs. And the Dialga does come back in, and now we're going to be going for the back-to-back Surfs, trying to do as much damage as possible, but again, Surf doesn't really threaten Dialga, so Dialga is definitely going to be able to tank these no problem and farm down. We do have a Fire Punch loaded, so I bring in the Groudon, I throw the Fire Punch, and they catch on to Kyogre. So things, again, not looking great, but Rayquaza does do very well against Kyogre here. We are going to be farming up as much as possible, and now we're going to be going for the Aerial Ace. I don't want to reveal the fact that I have Outrage, and we do get the shield with the Aerial Ace, which is very, very nice. We call it, it's just the Surf. Unfortunately, they do have a second one, so I will have to commit the shield here. And now, this is going to be tough. We have the Outrage loaded, and now we're going to throw it into the Dialga. We'll probably get the shield here, but the opponent thinks it's an Aerial Ace, lets it go. The Outrage KOs, and that is a good game. Oh my goodness. Hopping into the next match, we have Groudon into Dialga. Again, an absolutely fantastic lead. I am going to be going for the Fire Punch bait here, and we get the shield. So things are looking so nice for us. If we're able to bait once, then this is a pretty comfortable win for Groudon. I am going to overfarm just a bit here, and now we're going for the Earthquake, going for the nuke, hoping they call the bait, and they do. It takes them out. They have Kyogre, and we are going to switch into our own Kyogre here. And there's a nice amount of lag again. You absolutely love to see it. The fact that they're staying in may mean they have Thunder. I do shield up, and it is Thunder, and they have Melmetal in the back, so very good to bait out this Melmetal, so that way my Rayquaza is not going to have to see it. These waterfalls and the surfs are really starting to add up on the Melmetal, and they actually decide to let that go. That is so good for me, because at this point, I should just be able to farm down the Kyogre with my Rayquaza, so we should be in a pretty good spot here. In comes Rayquaza. Look at the Dragon Tail damage. Oh my goodness. And they're forced to throw the Thunder here. Thunder does not KO. We're able to take out the Kyogre, and since we have Pokemon left alive in the back, that is a good game. Hopping into the next match. Alright, another pretty solid lead. Groudon into Dialga. Again, we've seen what we like to do here, although this time I actually go for the Earthquake. So we are going for the nuke, and we do get the shield. Typically, I have switched to baiting more there, but it looks like this was an older battle where I did still go for the nuke. And the opponent brings in Kyogre, and we have Rayquaza here. Now, Rayquaza does do very well in this matchup, and we're going to be throwing the Outrage. Outrage is enough to KO from here, and it takes them out. That's very, very nice. But the issue is Dialga's still very healthy in the back, and Dialga comes back in. Can we get to the move? No, we cannot. Things are looking a little tough for us here, as unfortunately this Dialga now has a big energy lead, and we're going to be throwing this Fire Punch trying to take out the Dialga. Does get it very low. They switch, and they have Mewtwo in the back. So I am going to be going for the Fire Punch, trying to get the shield here. We do get the shield, and now we come in with the Kyogre, and we just desperately have to get to this Surf. They throw in the middle of the waterfall. First Side Strike, I try and throw, but we lose the CMP tie. Oh no! Things are not looking great for us here. Groudon has to get to the Earthquake, and we cannot get there. So unfortunately, Mewtwo is a very, very tough mon to deal with for this team, and we're not able to get the win. Hopping into the next match, and it's the Groudon Mirror. But interestingly enough, they are running Dragon Tail, whereas we are running Mud Shot. So they'll do more damage with their fast moves, but we'll generate energy a lot quicker. We're able to land the Earthquake, and now I'm going to try and snipe with Kyogre. The waterfall goes through, they live on 1 HP, and they're able to switch into Dialga. Honestly, baiting out Dialga is very, very nice here, because that way my Groudon's still alive and can kill it. Iron Head, not enough to take me out, and we will be able to connect with these two Surfs. First Surf does get the shield, which is very nice, and now we'll be able to connect with the second Surf, and this should be doing some solid damage. And with that last waterfall, it should be in Fire Punch range, which is very, very nice. And we're able to get to the Fire Punch with our Groudon, and this should be taking out the Dialga, which it does. Now, they have a bunch of energy on their Groudon in the back. They switch in and throw, and we catch onto Rayquaza. It's just a Fire Punch. And now, what do they have in back? They have a Zacian in the back. So it's a Fairy type, we're a Dragon type. Things are looking a little rough for us here, but Aerial Ace does do an okay amount of damage. Now, we are probably going to have to shield up everything, but they're a Wild Charge Zacian. So things are looking promising for us here, actually, because they keep lowering their defense, so we're able to do a nice amount of damage with our Dragon Tails, and this Aerial Ace will kill if they decide not to use the shield. They do use the shield. We're farming up here. We switch and we catch onto the Groudon. Oh, that is huge. Wild Charge, double resisted, doesn't do any damage. And the opposing Groudon comes back in and concedes the match. All right, hopping into the next match. We have Groudon into Zacian, which is honestly a pretty nice matchup for the Groudon. They try and catch onto Lugia, and we're not going to allow that to happen. We have our Kyogre, and Kyogre does do pretty well here. Unfortunately, this is a very tough baiting game. Unfortunately, they do bait us. That is very rough, so we're going to try and bait back. We're going for the Surf, hoping to get the shield, which we do. That is very, very nice. We do get the waterfall through as they throw. This is just going to be a Sky Attack, which we do survive, and we're able to undertap and get to the Thunder. Thunder comes through, that takes out the Lugia, and we maintain switch advantage. That is very nice. Zacian able to farm down, which is less than ideal. And here I want to wait for them to throw first in case they throw the close combat. which they do, and now we're able to throw the Earthquake. Their defense is debuffed, so this will kill if they don't shield it, and we're able to force the shield. I am going to throw up a shield back because I do want to preserve the Groudon, and they have Dialga in the back, so things are looking incredible for us here. We connect with the Earthquake, in comes the Zacian, and we want to force them to throw. We bank the move, and we're going to catch onto Rayquaza. Is it the close combat? It is the close combat. Their defense is lowered, and now Rayquaza able to reach the Aerial Ace. So in this moment, Rayquaza is a Zacian counter confirmed. Let's go. All right, hopping into the next match. We have Groudon into another Zacian. Again, if they have Play Rough, then it doesn't really matter when we throw, but since they're building all the way up to 7 Snarls, my guess is they probably have close combat. So we'll let the first through, and we'll win the CMP tie on the second and throw the Earthquake. Earthquake comes through, that lands, and it takes them out. They have a Kyogre of their own, so we're going to bank an Earthquake, bring in our own Kyogre, and we bait out a Dialga. So things are looking absolutely perfect for us alignment-wise, since we were able to win the lead versus their Zacian. And there, as you saw, I actually didn't build up to a Blizzard. I threw the Surf so that they would know it was a Surf because I didn't want them to shield it. And they no-shield the second Surf as well. Things are going so well for us right now. Iron Head comes through. That's fine. And in this moment, we can throw this Fire Punch right away to take out the Dialga. And we have Rayquaza in the back to absolutely shut down this Kyogre. Dragon Tail's absolutely tearing through it. And here, we just have the double shield, and our opponent is going to lose with 2 shields up, which is an absolutely glorious sight. They double Surf bait me, but they're not going to be able to get to a move. We farmed down with Rayquaza, and that is going to be a good game. So all in all, I had a ton of fun getting wins with this team. I will say, it took a lot of games to get these wins. Rayquaza is a very difficult Pokemon to use, so I definitely wouldn't recommend running the team if you're looking to gain wins, but I did have quite a bit of fun with it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.